I heard there's people who camp outside theme parks to be the very first guest.
I got here at 10:45 last night.
So I want to give it a try, but first I gotta find out how I get out of this tent. I don't think I set this up the right way. But why am I doing this? Over in Tennessee is the theme park owned by country music legend Dolly Parton. But every year the American superstar opens the park. So I want to find out, can I beat all her most dedicated fans, be the very first at the front gate, so I could be face to face with Dolly Parton? But that's an impossible task with no experience. I can't just jump to the final boss. First, I need to level up at other theme parks, seeing just how hard it is to be first, starting with Six Flags. All right, there is the park entrance. But getting to that entrance wasn't easy. It all started with me waking up at 6 a.m., leaving my hotel so I can start my drive to the park.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm so scared. It's 6 a.m. The theme park opens at 10 a.m. And I'm here in the middle of San Antonio, Texas, trying to be the first guest inside a park that I've never been to before.
Oh. See, I've done this before, but only at theme parks I know like the back of my hand. So this is completely uncharted territory for me.
Dude, you could straight up see the roller coasters. That is so cool.
But I have to trust that my strategies are going to work, because I only have one shot at this with no room to fail. So I drove right up to the front gate of the park, but to no one's surprise,
it's completely blocked off.
But then I realized the gates were only blocking the cars. So the sidewalk right next to the gate that led right into the park was complete free game.
It looks like you can just walk up though. I'm just gonna try walking up.
But walking up presents its own number of challenges. I now need to find a place to park the car. But if wherever I park finds out I'm using their parking to go to the theme park, I'm totally getting towed. So then it was time to scout out parking spots.
Shopping center right there. It's literally across the street. This is too easy.
Until it wasn't too easy. Clearly, this is a reoccurring issue if there's a sign out front.
Yikes. The cones at the entrance are still up, but there's a shopping mall right across the street. Surely they can't tell me for parking at a shopping mall, right?
But at this point, I had no choice. If I wanted to guarantee first place, this would be the only way. So I ignored all the towing signs by parking my car and hoping and praying that I wouldn't get towed, making this mission even more risky than it already was.
This actually wouldn't be a bad morning run. Run to Six Flags every morning, ride a roller coaster, and get off. It would be a bad routine.
But at this point, you might be asking yourself, why am I walking? Why don't I just wait until they take the cones away at the parking booth? But the reason that this is the main strategy over anything is because cars will get stopped right here before the park opens. But we are here 3 hours before opening. This walking path is clear. So the only ones who can stop us is if Fiesta Texas security doesn't like us here and decides to give me the boot, which is totally possible. Which is crazy to think considering I'm going through all these obstacles and this is the easiest park of the three. But after a long walk, I finally made it up to the Six Flags entrance. All right, there is the park entrance. So at this point, I had no other choice but to start my walk through the parking lot. Little did I know that this would be the scariest part. Now we are in Six Flags Fiesta Texas property, meaning now it's just a matter of getting to the front gate all the way over there. Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. I'm also here 3 hours early, which all of my friends told me was crazy overkill. But then I got to the worst part. I think this path ends. What do I do now? Oh, dude, security's definitely gonna suss me out now. So I got a little freaked out once I saw the sidewalk ended. But I had already gone this far, and I hadn't been told to turn around yet, so... Well, here goes nothing. See, like, this is definitely a road meant for cars. It was my intrusive thoughts that made this walk so bad. Over there, there's a security car. I see that car move, I know I'm cooked. But by far the worst part was when I heard this alarm go off. What in the world was that? Is that for me or is that for a roller coaster? But regardless of who it was for, I kept walking. The park is beautiful though. There's all the roller coasters. Eventually making my way up to the front of the park. But our only mission isn't to just get into the park, because when I get up to the front gate, I have to scan my tickets to get in. But while that's happening, I have to ask the theme park employee right at the front what their favorite ride in the park is. I've never been to this park, so I gotta know from the experts, people who love this park so much that they choose to work here. And then whatever that ride is, whether it's the biggest, scariest roller coaster, the smallest little teacups ride, I gotta ride it. Once that's done, that's one part completed. But then comes the worst part of the challenge, waiting. Getting there 3 hours early is necessary to be the first guest in the gate. Then you have to wait from 7 all the way till 10. During this time, just about nothing was going on. But then after some time waiting, the security car from earlier... Over there, there's a security car. I see that car move. I know I'm cooked. Well, it started approaching.
Do you work here?
No, I don't.
Can't be in our parking lot if you don't work here.
She didn't want me at the front gate, so I tried my luck by explaining what I was doing. I was trying to wait to be the very first guest. But to my surprise, it worked. She didn't kick me out.
There's a place over there.
I can wait over there? Thank you so much. I just wanted to be the very first in the gates. Instead of sending me home, she sent me to the bus stop. I was home for the next couple days. It put me right behind the roller coaster. This is awesome. I then sat there for the next 2 hours, watching all sorts of things happen. Security driving back and forth. I just see headlights and I freak out. Buses drop off employees and thankfully not competition.
Definitely just dropping off a guy who actually works here, instead of someone who wants to stay out here for 3 hours.
Even the roller coasters starting up for the morning. Hopefully soon enough, I would be on one of them. But by far the worst sight to see was the unannounced fleet of cars that entered the parking lot.
Yo, cars are coming in.
At this point, I booked it to the front, making it just in time as cars started pulling up. But then things started moving fast. Security opened up and let me through.
I'm gonna secure a spot at the front gate. Here we are, dude. No one else here except for us.
But as guests started pulling up, the second person at the front gate was none other than my friend Swizzy.
Is this your first time rope dropping this park?
This is my first time in years. Like, it's been a long time.
It was a little overkill for me to show up at 7, huh?
That was early, dude.
He must have been at the front of the car line, but he was here to join me as the first guest. Now all that was left to do was to be led into the park, then to ask the man up front,
What's your favorite ride in the entire park?
I don't do the rides because of my medical condition, but the best one probably is the Rattler.
All right, thank you so much.
Over in Crack Axle Canyon.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
We are the very first people in Six Flags. This is insane. There's like no feeling like this, just walking in and seeing a completely empty park.
now we knew what ride to target. The only challenge is we weren't the only ones who wanted to ride it.
Woo, we gotta get going.
But I started running. I ran faster than anyone else, so I could be the very first to the ride. But I had one problem. I didn't know this park. I don't know where the ride is.
Where is Iron Rattler?
You see it? Rattlesnake. You see
Dude.
it? There it is.
Here we go, here we go. This is sick.
But after running all the way up, the longest queue line I've ever seen in my entire life.
This makes coming here at 7 a.m. totally worth it. This is also the skinniest little queue ever.
Ooh, this is the fastest I've ever moved up here,
But
man.
as we got up to the top, the worst possible outcome became reality.
No.
But they wouldn't let us wait up at the top, so the ride operators walked us down the stairs.
Sorry about that.
No, you're all good. I came all the way from Orlando for this, so I'm very stoked.
First time?
Yeah,
Who's your friend? Dude.
never been here.
This was the scariest part, because if this ride doesn't open up, we fail the challenge altogether. But the guy who walked us down the stairs, his name's Jeremy, told us that they're working as hard as possible to get it open for us.
You think it'll be before noon?
We're pushing for it.
Okay.
Everyone say thank you, Jeremy, for your hard work. He's the best ride operator ever.
Last name ever, first name greatest.
But after a long time of waiting, the ride finally opened.
Dude, it opened.
So we ran up the stairs again, solidifying ourselves as
First riders on Iron Rattler. Dude, this is so exciting.
But then just like that, we had successfully become the first guest in one of 3 parks. But it was only gonna get harder from here. The second park, SeaWorld San Antonio, is opening a brand new roller coaster today. Not only do I want to be the first guests in the park, I need to be the first public rider of this new ride. But I couldn't do this by myself, so I flew in my cameraman.
I'm over here like hungry and like thirsty. This place right here behind me is closed, right? And I see the workers come out and they had like, each of them had 2 boxes of Dunkin' Donuts.
But because Christian's flight got in so late,
Just landing in San Antonio, it's 2:30.
and showing up to Six Flags at 7 a.m. was total overkill,
That was early, dude.
we decided to sleep in a little bit.
Is this your first time seeing Tung 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 Sahur?
But sleeping in was the worst decision we could have made. At SeaWorld, you can't walk up to the front gate like Six Flags. You have to take a vehicle in.
I'm like actually really scared.
scared too. You're not driving in the lines.
So we figured we would be the first car at the gate. But then when we got to the gate, it was already open.
Parking tolls over?
Battling between confusion and fear, we just rolled on through. But then we got to the front, and our biggest fear was confirmed.
Dude, there are people here.
Not just someone was there before us, an entire crowd.
Okay, but you could beat them by camping out at the front gate.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that's the security checkpoint. Okay, I'm letting you out. Good luck, soldier.
But there was still hope. As long as Christian ran as fast as he could to the front gate and beat everyone who was in the parking lot, we would still secure our spot as the first guest. But then when Christian got to the gate, he discovered there had been people lined up since way before we got here. Marking our second park,
We just failed. We could still ride the roller coasters, right?
Oh yeah.
It's okay because there's one more rope drop that we are not gonna fail, regardless of what happens. I will make sure I am the first one at that gate. You know which one it is?
Nope.
Christian did know he was just playing dumb, because Christian is one of the biggest Dolly Parton fans I know. So both me and him were determined to do anything it takes to be the very first guests in Dollywood. Because if we don't see her open the park this time, we might never get a chance to do this again. So we rode the brand new roller coaster.
It's so good.
But then we booked it to the airport so we could fly to Tennessee. But now we knew we couldn't mess around. We had to approach with a completely different strategy because with Dollywood, the stakes are higher than ever.
Dude, there are cars there. How are there people here? What in the world? This is insane.
That's actually crazy.
This is why Dollywood is the impossible challenge, harder than SeaWorld and Six Flags, because
There's no walking path. There's no Uber drop-off that can get us up there early. It's just these cars. Well, it's 3:30 a.m. and that gate doesn't open until 8 a.m. Then once it opens at 8 a.m., we gotta find a plan to get ahead of all these people. But these are some of the most dedicated theme park rope droppers known to man.
since we had several hours to kill in the car, I decided to get out and take a walk. I wanted to scout out the
Oh
competition.
my God, Christian, I already see cars down there. You've gotta be kidding me. Never mind, it's just the toll booths.
Are you serious?
You understand, I see sets of 2 red lights.
But upon looking at the actual car line, I came to the realization that
Dude, this is actually the craziest thing I've ever seen. I thought we were gonna be first for sure. It's 3 a.m. and there's like 8 cars here. The stakes are higher than they've ever been.
at this point there was really nothing to do, so we just went to sleep.
Is that who's coming to open the gate?
But now is when I realized just how serious this is. Because the moment those gates opened, all the cars around us were flying through. I've literally never seen anything like this. It was like a Fast and the Furious movie.
Parking, this is insane. Look how many cars are here.
There were so many cars, but that didn't matter because we were at the front of the line. That was until the parking booth to the right of us opened up before ours.
Oh, dude.
Bad news. Bad news.
No, we chose the wrong lane. This is bad.
But then cars started rolling into the park.
Dude, there are so many cars behind us. This is insane. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Cars were driving faster than I've ever seen in a parking lot. Speed limits clearly did not apply to these, but of course, the booth in front of us was taking forever.
Dude, this is the worst. This is like when you're at McDonald's and like the person in front of you orders like everything on the menu and like you're just waiting for your like one McDouble. This is actually catastrophic, dude. The worst part is watching and knowing there's nothing I could do about it. They're just speeding off. Once we get up here, we're just gonna have to drive like our lives depend on it.
But once it was our turn at the parking booth,
Hi there.
everything changed.
Straight ahead, turn the emergency flashers on for me. Stay in the left-hand lane for the sides of preferred parking.
Awesome, thank you so much. We get preferred parking. So you're just gonna keep on going, okay? You're just gonna keep on
The
going.
nice thing about the preferred parking lot, it has a separate entrance from the main parking lot, giving me the upper hand over everyone who was just flying past us. Now all we had to do was get to the preferred parking lot faster than anyone, then jump out of the car so we could run to the security checkpoint.
You're gonna have to be agile with it. Make sure your Crocs are in sport mode and you just gotta be able to jump out of the car. We gotta be explosive with it, okay?
Okay.
We have one moment here. And if we mess this up, we're done for. If we mess this up, we might as well just pack our bags and go home.
I don't have my bags, so can I just go home?
Well, no, we haven't messed it up yet. This is actually insane. Like, there's just no other way to explain what this feeling is.
But we were approaching our drop-off point rapidly.
keep going, keep going.
We passed the regular parking lot,
They're already holding people over there at security.
but we drove past that so we could get to the preferred entrance.
Yeah.
Then it was just a matter of jumping out of the car,
Come on, Christian, we gotta go.
running up to and through security so we could get to the front gate before anyone else.
All right, made it to security. Didn't beep. You didn't beep either.
But then we realized security was chasing after us. We ran through before they opened the security checkpoint, so we got directed back to the front of the security gate where we can wait.
Open yet.
Oh, my bad. We were very eager to get in.
Yeah, they hadn't opened up yet. So
Now it's just waiting.
This was by far the worst wait of them all. Worse than Six Flags, and we didn't do much waiting at SeaWorld. But the reason this was so bad is because it was freezing outside. But as we waited, the lines for both security gates got longer and longer. This is the most competition we've ever seen, which is crazy because we still have 2 hours before the park opens. But being at the front of the line was a game changer because we got let through security, then booked it to the front gate.
Dude, this is literally the rope to drop. No, it's not your drop to drop it, Christian.
Hey.
We let someone else drop it.
With us at the front, there's no reason we shouldn't be the first ones in, allowing us to be the first on whatever ride the employee says.
What is your favorite roller coaster
My
here?
favorite roller coaster is probably the Lightning Ride. The Lightning Ride actually has the biggest drop of all of our rides. It's beautiful, honestly.
Then giving us the best chance to see Dolly Parton, the legend herself, right in front of us.
Now it's a matter of waiting right here at this rope. Then when they drop it, we gotta just run. Because there are so many people lined up right there. And if they get into the park before we do, we're done for.
But as time dwindled down, getting us closer to park opening, the national anthem played.
I don't know.
I didn't know they did that. That's so cool.
But then catastrophe struck.
What?
Can we go?
For some reason, the guests at the other gate got let in early. People were flooding into the park. While we were still stuck behind the rope, there was nothing to do.
Can we go?
Dude, what?
Can we go?
By the time they let us in, it was way too late.
Okay, let's go.
But still, we ran like we were at the front of the pack. Because if we could beat everyone here, we can still make it to be the very first on Lightning Rod, the biggest roller coaster here.
Oh my gosh. Dude. No, this is actually insane. There it is. There's a roller coaster.
But as we kept on running, it actually looked possible.
Dude, are we gonna make it?
It looked like we were going to be the very first guests on Lightning
I
Rod.
think we're gonna do it.
Not just at Dollywood for the day, but for the very first day of the year that this theme park is open. This is the biggest accomplishment.
Yes! Hurry up, Christian, let's go run! Oh, come on, Christian. I've never been on this roller coaster before, so I don't know how this line works. Do you know where to go, Christian? No. Oh, you should. I sure hope no one has the fast pass, otherwise they're beating us. It's too packed.
But then when we got up to the top, they told us the ride wasn't ready for the morning and we had to walk back down the stairs. But as we waited and waited and waited for the ride to reopen, this is where I got hit with the realization that maybe I was doing theme parks all wrong. Because the most fun I had at these parks wasn't camping outside by myself or running to try and claim a spot that everyone's gonna forget about in a week. It was about the casual everyday things that happen at theme parks. Seeing your friends, riding roller coasters, or being face to face with Dolly Parton. Wait, what theme parks offer that?
I can't believe we saw Dolly Parton.
Yo, she has an aura.
I literally can't express how cool this is. Look, she's like right there.
How we doing here at Dollywood?
No way! No way!